Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, and up here today, I thought I'd just do a little sort of update video on well, how things have been going. I did do a few videos a while back. Unfortunately, I had to delete them just because I may have said things that were misinterpreted in the wrong way. I'm not really going to go into too many details about it because it is what it is. You know, what I said may have been misinterpreted by whoever, I don't know. Um, but like I said, it's sort of dealt with now. And, you know, to save face, I just, like, you know what, screw it. I'll just, save face. Um, so yeah, where do I even start? I just actually thought I'd start off by showing. I have actually managed to sort out a few things in the room. I've sort of made a bit of progress. Um, put all my DVDs over there. Got my pop figures there. Got some behind the thing there. Making some progress on it. Um, and it's nice to actually make a bit of progress on the room. Um, I actually even found my old Lego Darth Maul alarm clock, which I'm surprised actually still works. So, but yeah, just thought I'd do a bit of a update on how things are going. So there's some, some things are making progress in many ways. I won't go into details on some of them, but I am making progress with like mental health and things. I've got appointments and hopefully, some progress is going to be made. It is a long process, but ultimately, there's a lot of things that have changed over the past few months. You know, there's some things that have happened that I weren't happy with. There's some things that have happened that um, have made things harder on me, made my life a bit hard, and but ultimately, well, that's life, isn't it? And actually, I've been watching a bit of Dragon Ball. I'm watching some Dragon Ball right now. Actually, that's one thing I will say about Crunchyroll. Thank God they added all the Dragon Balls. Yeah, I was pretty hyped. I did that because I did have all of them on DVD and Super on Blu-ray, but I ended up selling them. But then when I seen that Crunchyroll added them, I was like, yes, thank you. I just thought I'd do a little update video. I've got a friend popping over in a little while to watch a film. Um, Actually, on my own tonight, got no one else here. I did spend a few weeks um, away a couple of weeks back. So I was away for a week or so. And I don't know if this was mentioned. Um, Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, we had to put our dog down. And that was in one of the videos that I did. But I think I might have said something in those videos that may have been misinterpreted. The problem is with me is I say problem. Unfortunately, because of some of the mental health disabilities that I've got, sometimes I say things um, in ways that can easily be taken out of context. And I understand this. I have got sort of a no filter approach. I see things as they say in black and white. That's what happens when you've got autism and Asperger's and ADHD, as well as these other underlying issues that I've got going on right now. So I just sort of say, I am sorry if those things were taken the wrong way and if I said things, but as I said, I took the videos down just to save face, and like I said, without going into details, there is some progress being made on a certain thing in my life, which I am very happy about. I've even got a picture of my daughter up there. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to show it on YouTube. Um, Well, I mean, I could, but I mean, probably you've seen my daughter in my videos. Um, and I'm hoping, that I get to see them soon. I am looking forward to seeing my kids again soon. I do miss my kids, I really do. But as I say, I'll keep that as it is for now. Things have changed, but hopefully things will make some progress. And like I said, if they're sort of out of order, I don't think what I've said is out of order. I am looking forward to making progress. My life has taken a U-turn over the past few months, in many ways, really. Um, but I've come to learn a lot of things about myself lately. Um, and without going into too many details, I have come out as pansexual. That's something I've learned about myself. I probably spent many years in myself thinking I wasn't. Actually, I was bisexual, but actually no. I think I'm not, because I'm attracted to emotional attachment. I've always felt this way, you know, about things, and I always felt like it doesn't matter what's on the outside. I've always been attracted to what's on the inside. Um, so that's something I learned about myself, as well as a few other things. I consider myself to be gender non-conforming in the ways of, I don't really see gender in clothes or anything like that. That's why sometimes you might see me wearing things like this. Then there's other times where I might be wearing something a bit thing. For me personally, it's not necessarily like a, some people, because that is one thing that really pisses me off, is that when people sit there and go, you know, you're a girl because you're wearing girls' clothes, or you want to be a woman because you're wearing women's clothes. Um, in my opinion, how I see things, I just don't really see gender in clothes. That's how I see it. I just put on what I feel like, and because obviously I've got some sort of personality disorders. Maybe different people have different ways of thinking, um, and that's how it is. These are all things that I feel better about myself because I've come to realize these things, and I've not hidden it, I'm not denying that. There's been a lot of progress being made, and it was nice, obviously you probably seen the cat videos that I was uploading, and those cats are pretty crazy. Um, they're funny little cats, to be fair. I always thought like sphinxes and hairless cats would feel really leathery and really weird, but actually they don't. They actually feel kind of, actually quite the sensory thing, because I've obviously already got autism. Sensory things are already like, I'm funny about what things I touch. But I had no problem touching those cats. And I've actually grown quite fond of those cats, to be fair. It is taken a change in things, and that's the thing with life, I guess. We have our ups, we have our downs, and ultimately it's about finding yourself. Everyone says life is one long journey, and that's true. It is. But if you can find things out about yourself, I've come to terms with the fact that I don't have to hide what I am and who I am. In my opinion is, if you don't like what I am or who I am, I'm not changing that, because it is what it is, Luckily, I have a good support network around me, in my family, and my friends. Well, I say friends, who don't really care about these things, in the sense of, it's your life, you do you, I guess. But yeah, as for like gaming side of things, I've only really, well, while I was away, I spent a lot of time playing a bit of WWE. I tried out some of the old My Faction mode, kind of interesting. I'd say it's kind of like, I'd say my faction mode's like what I would consider to be like challenge mode more than anything. It's just literally challenges. But I tried out a game this morning because I had enough, because I like these reward programs PlayStation do, and I had enough to buy a couple of cheap games, and I picked up a game called Strafe. Was one of them. I picked up, I think it was Strafe. It was another game called I can't remember what it's called. Running behind, or we are running behind, or running away from, I don't know, running back. I can't remember what it's called. And then I picked up the special edition of Gravel, which is another racing game. But Strafe, actually, I tried it out earlier, and it's basically like a mix of Doom and something like Immortal Redneck or Unreal Tournament or Painkiller. So it's kind of like, it's a roguelike, basically, first person shooter. It's kind of interesting. It was like a £1.50 game, put down, of course, but I didn't pay nothing for it anyway because I had coins and PlayStation reward points. I tried it out earlier. At first I was like, this is kind of crap, but then actually as I carried on playing it, I was like, oh, I kind of like that. I really enjoy roguelike games. Probably my two favourite roguelike games I've ever played are Enter the Gungeon and Immortal Redneck. I love those games. They're completely different games. One's a top-down twin stick shooter, the other one's a first person shooter, but I like those games of, you know, you go in, you either do really well, you die, you go back, you get points, you upgrade yourself, and you go back and you carry on doing it. You know, like Binding of Isaac, Hades, those sort of type of games. I've heard not Remnant, the one that came out on PS5 was a launch title for PS5, is meant to be really good. I can't remember the name of the game off the top of my head. I can picture it, but that one's meant to be really good. Oh, but yeah, and even got Crunchyroll for free as well, because I've been using that Mistplay, and actually, yeah, Mistplay. I'm not here to make any ads or anything, or isn't paid for, but yeah, so it's like one of them reward programs where you play games, you earn points, you convert those points into Google Play vouchers, and I thought, oh, I had enough Google Play points to get Crunchyroll back, so I wanted to watch a bit of Dragon Ball. So yeah, but as I say, you know, I do want to start to try and do YouTube videos a bit more. Things in my life are sort of what I would consider to be looking up. You know, things are looking up. There is some progress being made on many of the problems that I've got in my life, and you know, it's step by step. I'll be honest with you, you know, I still have bad days. You know, I can wake up in the morning and I can feel fine, and then by the end of the night I'm just feeling so crap. You know, say what you want, you know, I think mental health has many different impacts, and mental illness is something that a lot of people are afraid to talk about because they're just so scared on what people might think. But the help is there, you know, and, you know, I'm lucky that I've got the support that I need right now, and obviously I've got an appointment next week to go and speak to someone, and hopefully that will push for the help that I need and get, you know. So ultimately I'd say I'm kind of like a you know, a 65% optimistic level right now, whereas like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, up 2 months ago, I was probably at like 30%, where I just felt like there was no optimism or very little. But now some progress is being made. I've got a bit more optimistic about things, but there still is a lot of what's the word? I'm not drunk, by the way. I don't. These are literally like 2.8%. if it's because I literally because I've got fucking so many different people trying to tell me what I'm trying to say. Um, Pessimistic maybe would be the right word. Um, there's still a lot of pessimistic views on things. Still a lot of maybe things might not go the way we want, but I suppose I kind of need to look at what is rather than what isn't, right? Um, but yeah, as I say, I just thought I'd do a little video. Hope everyone is doing all right. And like I said, you know, I do apologise if the previous videos that I did, there were some things that may have been taken out of context, or if I did say something, I kind of didn't mean it in that way. I'll be honest with you, I was very emotional at the time. You know, we had only just put our dog down. I was very emotional. So again, looking back on it, I can't really remember what I said actually, and what I did in those videos. So not because, you know, just because I do forget these things. You know, I do sometimes I say things and until later on I realise what I may or may not have said or did. But as I say, you know, I'm hoping things will take the right step forward, moving forward, and hopefully, you know, within the next month or two, I'm in a much better place, and my optimism levels have gone up to maybe around about 80%, you know, rather than at like 65%. But I still think that's still pretty good, right? But as I say, you know, it is what it is. Any updated videos coming on, I don't know. I might do another Temu order at some point. Maybe do like an unboxing. Maybe or maybe not, because some of the stuff that I might order probably wouldn't be stuff really worth showing, if that makes sense. But as I said, you know, when I did do my Temu video, I'm still quite happy with the order. I think it's a decent little site, to be fair. The only problem I have with it is they constantly barrage you with emails and fucking notifications and text and everything. But you can't argue with the bargains. But anyway, guys, like I said, there's still a lot of progress on needs to be done on the room. I was given some more gifts while I was away. Got a nice little teddy thing. You probably can't see it. It might. It's there, there behind my knee. I actually really like it. It's a African. I can't remember what it's called. It's like an African something hound. I think it's like an African, not a wolfhound. I think it's like a hyena of sorts. And then I've got a slightly greyish Dalmatian over there as well. I really like this. This is good quality. So wherever they got it from, I don't even dare ask how much they paid for it, because this is good quality material. Actually, I do really like it. So. But anyway, I thought I'd just do a little video. Like I said, I watched quite a few films while I was away, actually. Nothing off the top of my head that I can really... I mean, actually, tell a lie, I did watch a film called Girl in the Basement, which was based on the Fritzl case, which I knew that the movie was based on a real case, but I remember hearing about it, but I couldn't remember what it was. The movie itself was actually quite good. I'd recommend it. It's not perfect. It's not 100% historically accurate, but for a lifetime budget thriller movie, it was pretty good. Had me feeling a bit tense every now and then. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone's doing all right. I feel a bit better now. Like I said, I'm happy that I made some progress with the room. Still got a lot of work to do on the room, but as I say, got to do what you got to do. Anyway, I'm going to chill for a little bit. Friend's going to pop over in about an hour's time. We're going to watch a movie. I think we're going to watch a movie called 8 Days or some 8 Days of something. I don't know. It's a horror movie. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, guys, hope everyone's doing alright. And like I said, if my last videos were out of order, I do apologise. I didn't mean them to be out of order. But yeah, it is extremely weird being in a house without the dog. Yeah, opening the door, not hearing the dog bark, very upsetting. But obviously, you know, grieving, you know, you kind of learn to deal with it and move on. Well, not move on as such, but live your life as well as you can, right? Nothing new to me when it comes to grieving things. I've lost so many family and so much in the last couple of years. It's nothing new really, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Comment below. Let me know what your favourite beer is. For me, if I had to pick a favourite beer, actually beer, and when I say beer, like a lager, I'd probably say I'm quite fond of Kronenberg's. Asahi's are really good, but I wouldn't say Asahi's a lager. Would it be a Asahi? The Japanese one, and San Miguel's. I really like them. Although I know San Miguel is technically a cerveza. But it's all beer, isn't it? But anyway, let me know what your favourite alcoholic beverage is, and what your favourite spirit is. I'll tell you what is really nice before I go, and might just be because it's pink, but the pink gin, the Gordon's pink gin, is absolutely lovely. Try it with Pepsi Max. It might sound crazy. Try Pepsi Max with the Gordon's pink gin. It is banging. It tastes like raspberry. Well, it is raspberry, but it just tastes like raspberry Pepsi Max. It is banging. Trust me. Try it. Maybe I'll do some alcohol reviews in the future. What do you guys think? Should I do some alcohol reviews? I'm not a heavy drinker, but I definitely I don't shy away from alcohol. I mean, 2-3 years ago I didn't touch a drop of it. Now I'm like in you know, in responsible little bits here and there. Nothing wrong with that. Be responsible with it. And I did actually, before I go, because while I was away, I want to try and cut down on my smoking. So I picked up a couple of these Lost Mary vapes. I don't normally vape, but I thought, well, while I'm away, you know, I'll try them, you know, just to try and use them as ways to cut down. So I picked up this sour blueberry sour raspberry one. This one was actually quite nice. Then I picked up the mint tobacco one, and this is foul. I thought if I get a mint one, maybe it's like having a menthol cigarette, right? Because I picked them up on the intention of trying to cut down on my cigarettes. So obviously, instead of going out for a cigarette, sometimes I'd have a couple of puffs on these to hold me over. And both of them still work. Bear in mind, I picked these up like 12 days ago. Both of them still work. And still have quite a few puffs in them. See? That one is foul. So I think I did alright with them. But again, I'm not even going to go into the whole vaping thing. I personally think disposable vapes, they are getting banned, I think. When they will, I don't know. But I think if you can, you know, I think eventually I'm going to try and cut down on the cigarettes and just maybe go to vapes and then quit altogether. But yeah, that mint tobacco one was foul. I thought it was going to be like a menthol cigarette, but it wasn't. It's just foul, man. It just tastes disgusting. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. And yes, I know my hair is a mess. Actually, to be fair, actually, it's not too bad. It's just long. Anyway, guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.